Merry meet, Annie here. I am your Monday host for Pagan Perspective, and for those of you who were expecting Mo, we'll have a little information from Kara about some changes in the channel when she posts tomorrow. For now, I just want to say it's an honor to be one of your regular hosts. I have met so many wonderful people here and enjoy the topics you present, and I'm looking forward to the ones you tickle our fancies with going forward. Today's topic is from two different people, and Kara blended them for us because they were similar. Valera Childers wrote to us asking about the importance of a daily practice and what each of us do in that vein. And Woodwife Green asked, do people have rituals they do in the morning when they get up before going to bed centered around the kitchen? So I'm going to do what I'm thinking of as a patchwork response because that covers a lot of areas and a lot of wonderful areas for me. I am a creature of ritual, and that's not going to surprise any of you who know me even the slightest. I see our daily lives as living a ritual, as living a circle, something which repeats and within which we notice the things that arrive that are new, and we notice the things that leave. And there are things that I would consider to be part of that daily ritual, truly from the simple act of lying in bed and listening to the birds outside before I get up, to brushing my teeth and showering, the honoring of I am awaking, my body is awaking, I'm entering the new day. Something as simple as that, to me, I see as a rite, as a daily rite. So about rituals or routines that are sacred in the kitchen. You know, the kitchen to me is a place of alchemy. And it's a place where we bring things together and transform them into something else. At the moment, it's a place where Georgie's having his breakfast. So I would say that my first thought about how I think of ritual and our kitchens is the way we respect them. Do we keep them clean and organized? Do they reflect who we are? You know, they're not a cold part of our home. They are another part of who we are and how we live. A lot of the rituals that happen in the kitchen are simply acts of love, of making food for our loved ones, and even think about the times when people are coming to our homes and we are accepting the offerings they bring to us. I think from a magical sense, how I relate to my kitchen and think of rites in the kitchen is all of my truly spiritual Wiccan brothers and sisters are aware of their food. They are aware of it when they create it, that it has come from something, that something alive has given itself up for us, and that we respect that, and it's part of what we do when we cook. What we use to cook with, the herbs that we can use just for flavoring, but then there are the times in which we pick our herbs for cooking because of their magical intent. There's a moment when we stop and think that we have just received an offering. And especially for me, I welcome my gods in the morning, take them with me on my day's journey, and I always, in the morning and at night, do what's called the silent greeting and the silent assimilation of the elements. For those of you who are not familiar with the silent calls to the elements, I thought I would show them to you here before I show myself actually doing my daily meditation, or at least showing you what that's like. It's basically a call of the elements in the morning to you and welcoming the day to you, and then an assimilation of those elements at the end of the day, which is a thank you, and bringing the world back into yourself at the end of the day. And the symbols that I use are wings for air, the triangle for fire, the cup for water, and the horizon for earth. Now for women, when we get to the next part, which is honoring the goddess within, it's the symbol of the Anni. And for the gentleman, the equivalent of that is the symbol of the god erect. And then we cross ourselves in the morning to embrace the world that we are stepping out to and open ourselves up into it. And in the evening, it's the same call of the elements, honoring the god or the goddess within, embracing the universe, and bringing it back down into us. So there are the hand signals you're going to see me use. And after I've done the silent call to the elements in the morning, which I would have done facing my altar, I faced you so you could see the movements, but I'm usually doing them over my altar. It actually is an act of relationship with my altar, which I consider my sacred center. When I've done my silent call to the elements in the morning, I proceed by welcoming Sophia to the day. My crystal ball is a creature of day and night, and she likes to be uncovered during the day. So I welcome her to the day, and this is typical. Ernie's a slow waker-upper in the morning. He's almost always sleeping at the foot of the altar, and Sophia is welcome to the day. I spend some time with my stones. Now this time varies according to what I'm called to. Like all of us, most of us, probably all of us, my mornings are busy. I spend the time it takes to feel like a stone is an offering. 3. Because I'm going to make those offerings. 2, Goddess, to be with me for the day. God, to be with me for the day. And because my patron is Hestia, and she wants to be called on first and last in the day, she is welcomed. In her case, always with amethyst. My day has begun. I put high up there on my morning rituals list that first cup of coffee. Does the daily sharing of the yogurt container, the sacred sharing of the yogurt container, count as a ritual? Old boy first. Age has its privileges. See how mellow he is about the whole thing? Now watch what happens when it goes to Bogey, who freaks. Every morning he freaks. He's quiet this morning. He knows he's on camera. George, what did you do? Take yogurt up your nose, baby? Ernie has his own style. I'd have to add also that I would consider my journaling to be a daily rite, a daily ritual that I take on. To me, there is nothing more calming than a quiet moment with my favorite gel pen and a blank page. And one last ritual of the morning, before I consider the morning to be well started, is a walk around the yard with the dogs. Now, during the week, I go to work in the dark, and this shifts because then what I do is leave early enough to sit in the parking lot and watch the sun come up. And then I go into my workplace having taken that sunrise in with me. But when I'm home, or once the time catches up with us, which it will probably in another couple of weeks, where I can greet the sun in the morning before I go to work, me and all the boys take a walk around the yard. They are usually much more enthusiastic about greeting the morning than I am. Every day, without fail, I spend time in the morning and in the evening outside. And it's come to the time of the year that the bare feet are back, yes. Simply a matter of walking around the yard, noticing that we are slow to bloom this year. We're getting there though. Spent probably 5 or 10 minutes every morning out here just seeing what's new, spending time with the dogs. So my big what's new today, finally, the daffodils have been closed up tight, well beyond when they normally are. At the end of the day, I take a moment to light a candle. To work on any spell work or prayer work that I have active, if nothing else, just to sit quietly in the near dark or the dark and spend some time with fire. I then thank Hestia for her presence in my life for the day. Thank the God for his presence in my day. Thank the Goddess for her presence in my day. And cover Sophia for the night. Now, because I'm taping this midday, the arrival of the mailman, what an odd juxtaposition. That's why you heard the barking dogs. At nighttime, it is quiet, but it is midday as I'm showing this to you as an example of what I do, and the mailman has arrived. Oh, happy moment for the dogs. And in fact, I lost my little sleeping partner who is like, let me out, let me at that mailman. Blessed be. I wish you mirth and reverence. Ray part.